Hi, I'm E.D. Lewis, and welcome back to my channel, E.D. Lewis Reviews. Let me just move the camera over just a little bit. There we go. I think that's better. For another nocturnal review, since it is nighttime. I know I had said that I probably wasn't going to make another video this week, but I realized, you know what, I can make another one. This was an unplanned one, so it was kind of spur of the moment. Excuse me. So, we're not going to review a book today, we're going to review a TV show. And I'm going to take this time really quick to say, please, if you have not already, hit subscribe and the like button on the video if you like my content, the stuff that I talk about, and please leave a comment down below. I love to read those comments as long as they are PG, PG-13, or G. So, nothing inappropriate, nothing, mean or anything like that, because nobody wants to read that, so. But even if you just want to say hi, or if you, if there's anything you think I should look into, reviewing in the future, if at all possible, so. Or, if you know anything about what I am going to talk about in this video, so. Anyway. I hope everybody's doing well through this very difficult time, as these times are very difficult, but, what can we do? I'm going to adjust the camera again really quick. Hopefully that's good. Okay, so, this is the second in my Pride Month video series, so, we're going to do, like I said, not a book, but a TV show, and this one is, I have my notes right here, this one is, Dante's Cove, which ran from 2005 to 2007, it ran for 3 seasons. So here's the Season 1 DVD, which only has 2 episodes. The Season 2 DVD, yes. Very much with the hotties of Dante's Cove. And the Season 3 DVD. Which I tried to take the stickers off of all of it, but I couldn't in the back. I just left the sticker on there. So, So, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Dante's Cove. But it is a gothic romance, gothic horror soap opera. And it was produced by Here TV, which was a LGBT-themed channel that I think you basically had to get on demand. And from what I understand, now, tell me if I'm wrong, because I never saw the channel myself. That you had that they only broadcast for like so many hours a day, and they went off. So they were only like a certain time slot to a certain time slot or so. Of course, they had a limited number of shows at any given time, and they did movies. I know I have at least one of their movies. And personally, that I didn't think was very good. But I have 2 of their TV shows, and I thought they were quite good. This one better than the spinoff, in my opinion. The spinoff is a vampire one, and I might do that one maybe later this month or so. It was called The Lair. But I really liked Dante's Cove, and it's a shame it didn't come back for its 4th season, because it did end on a cliffhanger. So, anyway. But I think there's only like 12 or 13 episodes, I could be wrong, of the entire series. There really wasn't that many episodes per season, especially the first season only being 2 episodes, and I think originally it was supposed to be 3, but they cut it just into 2, so, anyway. But like I said, it only had 3 seasons. It starred Gregory Michael, who I think is this guy right here, and Charlie David. Now, I know I'm going to butcher her name, but she's been in lots of TV shows and stuff. Not as much anymore, but she's been in lots of television shows of the past, including The Colbys, the 2 Dallas reunion films from the 90s, the first season of Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and, of course, other shows, Tracy Stoggins. She is right here. I don't know if you can see that. She's right there on the Season 3 DVD. And she's also right here. So. And Gregory Michael. And I don't know if they have Gregory Michael on the fronts of any of these. Oh, yeah, he's right there. So. Anyway, so let me tell you what the show's about. This young gay couple, Kevin and Toby, and this is Kevin and this is Toby, by the way. Come to live at Dante's Cove. But Toby actually, already lives there, and so he, makes weekend plans and meets up with Kevin and stuff, and they have their little romantic rendezvous and dates, and they stay together in like a little hotel room. It's, relatively cheap. And that's, great for them. They have these little moments of happiness, but Kevin always hates going back because his family is so oppressive to him. Because he comes from pretty much this abusive family that, tries to oppress him because of his sexuality. Well, eventually Kevin just gets fed up with it, and he goes to move in with Toby, and they, of course, Toby lives in Dante's Cove. I kind of went off book a little bit. So anyway, Kevin, when he arrives at Dante's Cove, he meets some new friends, and he stumbles upon the Hotel Dante's secret. And Hotel Dante is this old hotel. It's not really a hotel anymore. It's more like a boarding house in a way. And a bunch of all these different people live there, and it seems like there's a largely gay community, or at least most of the characters in it are all gay. There's a few bisexual or straight characters, but they're mostly gay men, bisexual, and lesbian. So, Toby and Kevin now both live at the Hotel Dante, and he meets, of course, one of Toby's old schoolmates, who apparently Toby had a great crush on in the past, who's, straight. And he's actually played by, in the first season, I think his name, forgive me if I mispronounce it, Stephen Amell? Anyway, the guy who played Oliver Queen on the show Arrow. And then in seasons 2 and 3, he's replaced by a completely different actor. Anyway, meets him, other tenants, many of whom you don't see in season 2 anymore. And Toby's best friend, who's a lesbian, and she's very much into witchcraft, and I cannot remember her name, and I loved her character. So, anyway, getting back to the secret of the Hotel Dante. Toby one night stumbles upon this secret room in the basement where this man has been chained up for like over 100 years, and he's been trapped there by this, mysterious witch. Kevin accidentally frees him, and the community is subjected to all sorts of, supernatural phenomena and other, things that prove to be quite dangerous to some and quite seductive to others. So. And the man who is in the basement is named Ambrosius. And it's played by Gregory Michael, and Tracy Stoggins, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, she plays the witch. And so Dante's Cove is full of all these secrets and mysterious happenings and disappearances, and there's these ghost children that walk about the place, and there's, witchcraft and demons and and, this weird mysterious drug that's supposed to be used only for magical purposes, I do believe. And there's just all sorts of stuff, so. It also has a lot of, really hot scenes in it, which, which of course are appealing to, a lot of people who, in a more adult shows, which this would be a much more adult show that's not for the kids, of course. And there's a lot of, very attractive people walking around in the shows. But it's a soap opera. Of course, it's going to be attractive people. But after the first season, they changed production quite a bit. And they started filming in a different location. So the sets are completely different. It looks like a completely new place. And Grace, the witch, makes a remark about, in the first episode of season 2, that, wow, what a difference a new coat of paint makes. So, kind of making a little joke about, the whole set looking completely different. And also, where they'd moved their production to, I don't remember where it was, but they could not film at night, so they had to film pretty much most of their scenes during the daytime anyway. So, that was kind of unfortunate. But I really enjoyed the series. I was watching it. I think I watched the whole first season, and then when I got seasons 2 and 3, I started all over with season 1, and I started watching them on the weekend. So I think I watched, 2 episodes a week. And then I also started watching the spin-off called The Lair, which some of the characters from that, if you've seen that, do appear in this show. I think it's only 2 characters, though, because there's a sex club that TV show focuses around, and vampires. But this only has the club, and it references, that mystical drug I talked about. So, anyway. That's pretty much it for, Dante's Cove, except for check it out. I know you can find I've heard anyway, you can find the first season on Hulu to watch, which is only 2 episodes, though. But I think you can watch a lot of it on YouTube. At least last I checked, they had it on YouTube for free, so. And there's also The Lair as well. But I might cover that. And The Lair ran for 3 seasons as well, but I think it had a lot more episodes. But they were half-hour episodes, and these are all hour-long episodes, except for the first season. So, and unfortunately, it ended on a cliffhanger. I know that fans tried to create a fund me page or something like that to get funds to get a new season, and even a reboot, a potential reboot of the show. But nothing's happened with that. And, it'd be cool if it did. Although I kind of think it would have been cool to see season 4 instead of a reboot, but I don't think they continue the show where it left off, because all the actors have aged quite a bit, probably by now, because the show ended over 10 years ago. So anyway, so that's Dante's Cove, gay gothic soap opera. So please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and please visit my author page on Amazon. I'm also on Wattpad. You can read some of my writings on there, including the first 2 chapters of my book, and read some of my poetry and short stories. Also, please visit the official Facebook page of my book, The Curse of Ridge House. And as always, as I say on there, well, not always, but I'm sure I'll be saying it quite often, the residents of Ridge House do support Black Lives Matter. So, and in, celebration of Pride Month, you can check out my short story. It's recently been published. It's on Amazon. It's only 99 cents. It's called Alone with the Professor. It is an erotic short story of MM romance and MM erotica. So check that out, Alone with the Professor. And the link is down below. And also, if you'd like to check out my book, my novel, The Curse of Ridge House, it is also available. It's a Gothic novel, and it is also available on Amazon in Kindle form and paperback. And it does feature two LGBT characters in it. They're not the main characters, but they do have a heavy influence on the plot, we'll say that. You just got to figure out how or why. Or at least one of the plots, anyway. So, check it out. That's pretty much it. An update on my reading and stuff. I'm reading actually... Well, I'm not going to say all the stuff I'm reading right now. But I am reading another gay gothic novel, which is another MM romance and gothic horror, gothic romance. And I'm hoping to have it finished and at some point during this month do a review on that. So that's one of my planned reviews. It just depends. And I'll be back, soon with another review. I won't be very available next week. Excuse me. So, and good news. I had been thinking about showing this short film that I was in and helped to create back in college. I can't really watch it personally because I don't like to watch it myself, but I thought it'd be interesting for anyone out there who's interested in watching it, and who knows, you might get a laugh. And it was about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. So I might I might post that, I'm not sure yet. But it's not very long, and it's a movie trailer. It's not a full movie. It's a movie trailer for, a potential movie, but, we never did anything with it. And there was so much footage that we did film that, for some reason, it didn't work. It looked great when we were filming it, but apparently something didn't work, so we didn't use it, and that was such a shame, including a whole scene that we had done. We had to do it, again, and the first time with it was the absolute best because we had such great banter going on between the characters, especially the character I played and a character that one of my old friends did. But when we redid it, the banter between her and I didn't work as well. So it's such a shame. But anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, I won't be largely available next week, so stay tuned, and happy Pride Month. Remember, Black Lives Matter. And, this is a time that we do need change. I just wish that we weren't doing it violently because I am a pacifist and I don't believe in violence, but I'm just hoping that the change will come soon because Black Lives Matter as well as all lives. But right now, black ones are, the ones that we're focusing on, and they do matter very much. Doesn't matter what skin color you are, everybody should be treated fairly, no matter what your skin color is, or your sexuality is, or if you're male or female or whatever. Everybody should be treated equally and fairly, and shouldn't have to live in fear. So, anyway, I didn't want to make this video real long, and I think I've already made it much longer than I wanted to, and I don't want to make it any longer because it was just supposed to be a quick video. So, I'm going to shut up because if I don't, I'll just keep talking, and yeah, so have a good rest of your weekend, everybody, and have a good week, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye-bye.